Good evening and welcome to HTAnywhere, the podcast for all who wander. Today is Tuesday, April 28th, and today's topic is relax, relate, release, picking the best all-inclusive resort. We are flipping the pillow today and talking about how to really R&R and picking the perfect place to do it. Unlike our previous episode where we were talking about going on vacation tours and how to pick the best one, today we're going to be talking about how we like to relax and how hopefully this podcast will help you choose the best resort to do it at. But before we get into today's topic, you guys go ahead and subscribe, turn on your notifications just so you don't miss anything. Follow us on all our social media platforms, including YouTube and Instagram at HTAnywhere, as well as TripAdvisor at HTAnywhere. Sign up for our email list by going to our website at HTAnywhere.com and signing up for that. And let's go ahead and get into today's daily world news. Thank you guys for tuning into Daily World News. All news is going to be brought to you by BBC.com. Again, all news is being brought to you today by BBC.com. France to make masks compulsory on public transport. France will be making face masks compulsory on public transport and in secondary schools when they start easing their coronavirus lockdown on May 11th. In the U.S., Congress abandons their return to Washington after lawmakers revolt. The U.S. House of Representatives will not reconvene next week following a revolt from lawmakers who complained that it was too soon to return. On Monday, members were told to return to the Democratic-controlled chamber. However, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said on Tuesday the plan was scrapped after consulting the House doctor. The Republican-controlled Senate will still plan to return on May 4th. Lastly, the postponed Tokyo Olympics will be scrapped if they cannot take place in 2021, says Games chief Yoshiro Mori. Tokyo 2020 is now scheduled to run from July 23rd to August 8th of next year after being delayed due to the coronavirus pandemic. Health experts have cast doubt on whether the games could be held next summer without a vaccine or any effective drugs to treat the COVID-19 being found. That is all we have for you today in Daily World News. Let's get on into this topic, shall we? Today's topic is entitled Relax, Relate, Release, Picking the Best All-Inclusive Resort. Now, I have had my fair share of staying on some pretty amazing all-inclusives, both growing up and as an adult. So today's topic will help all of my R&R impaired people like myself, pick an all-inclusive that will allow them to bring it down a notch and really just soak in their vacation time in one spot. I know it's hard, you guys. Trust me, of all people, I understand that it is hard, but hopefully this podcast will not only help you out in that arena, but help you pick the perfect place to do it. All right, so here's some things that I consider when we are picking out an R&R all-inclusive or the best all-inclusive that we would like to go to. So I primarily travel, as an adult, I primarily travel with my fiance. So today's topic is going to be a little bit more focused towards couples travel without children. We do not have any children, and the dog does not travel with us. So we are focusing today primarily on couples travel without children. Now, of course, we will be dropping some gems in here per usual. That even if you do have children or you're not a couple, but you're still traveling, you can still use some of the advice that we have in here for you today. So with that being said, the main thing that I can give you, if I had to just pick one of the great starting points to start with today, is consider what you don't want to pay for. To me, that's what an all-inclusive is really for. Send me somewhere that will give me unlimited X, Y, and Z the whole time I'm there. Anything that I would really want that I just, it's a vacation, like it's a luxury because I'm on vacation, I'm treating myself, but I want it all the time. Think of those things and go from there. That's, to me, the best starting point for picking any all-inclusive. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure for all of my technical, analytical people out there, you're like, oh, you're really paying for it. It's just, listen, don't ruin this for us, okay? We are on vacation. And if in our minds we're not paying for it, then gosh darn it, we're not paying for it. So yes, consider what you don't want to pay for when you are starting to think about where you want to host your all-inclusive vacation. Some things that me and my fiance need to have that we don't want to consistently repay for is alcohol, food, and on-site activities. Now, when I say on-site activities, a lot of places, resorts that I've been on are usually on the beach. So activities like kayaking or snorkeling, things like that. You know, if you want to do, even though technically you're supposed to be R&Ring, but it also still counts because it's on the resort and you're not going anywhere. So it counts. So those are some things that we personally like to make sure that our all-inclusive has before we look into anything else. The other thing that we like to look at, or that I urge you to consider, is space. Now, usually when we travel, like I said, it's just the two of us. So we've been in places where it's not very spacious, but we're still comfortable because it's just the two of us. But if you are traveling with a group of people or with a family, then you may want to look into some all-inclusives that have a plethora of options in terms of room size from small to suite. And you know, make sure that that's included in your budget and everybody's going to be comfortable. But consider the size of the spaces that are available at your resort, as well as the actual size of the resort itself, because there are a lot, I wasn't aware of this initially, but there actually are a lot of resorts that pride themselves on being smaller as opposed to the large, like the stereotypical large scale resort that people think about when you think about an all-inclusive. So just consider your space needs and the actual size overall of the resort. Something else that we really look into once we got past those two things, which I feel is equally if not more important, is staff helpfulness and attention to detail. Simply because, and I mean, this is something that you can kind of research before going on vacation, or unfortunately sometimes if you can't find this information out, you just kind of have to trial and error and see how it goes. But to me, nothing can ruin a good vacation faster than bad customer service, especially if you're staying at an all-inclusive, because I know for me, all-inclusive is like the dream vacation, because essentially it's whatever you want at any time of the day. You're not paying for nothing. You chilling. If you're me, you probably on a beach with a margarita and by the pool, and life is great. And all of that can mean absolutely nothing if the customer service is garbage. So staff helpfulness and attention to detail is super, super, super important to us when we are picking out our all-inclusive resort. Next, I talked about it a little bit already when I was speaking in terms of size, but just look at the location. Like I said, usually when we go to an all-inclusive, I want to say almost all the all-inclusives I've ever been to have been on a beach. Yeah, they've been on a beach. So if you want to be by the beach, get on the beach. If you want to do an all-inclusive that is more secluded, like in a rainforest or maybe in a mountain, like in Colorado or in Aspen, somewhere they have resorts up in their mountains, then, you know, do that type of research and just make sure that you're going to be comfortable wherever you are, because usually when you are going to an all-inclusive resort, they tend to be, whether they're on the beach or in the mountains or somewhere in between, they tend to be secluded anyway, because they have all of this stuff on site for you already. So wherever you are is 9 times out of 10 where you're going to be, unless, you know, you decide to not be there. But think about that also when you are picking out your all-inclusive. Now, my favorite thing to do, if you listen to our last episode, if you listen to our last episode, you would know that I am the research queen and I'm really nosy. And I especially like to do this with hotels. If you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel at HTAnywhere on YouTube, you'll notice that we do primarily hotel and resort reviews on our YouTube channel, because I know when I'm going somewhere I've never been, YouTube, we like that. Like we just we so close because I like to get as much of a realistic view of where I'm going to be staying as possible, because, you know, people could put anything they want on the internet, and Photoshop is a beast. So I try to get as much accurate information as I possibly can. So when you're researching, hit up TripAdvisor and get on them customer photos. I get on them customer photos so quickly because you see everything. And people are, I thought I was picky when I travel, but there are people out there pickier than me, and they will show it and air it all out on TripAdvisor and YouTube. So when you're researching, hit up those two search engines and, you know, make some smart decisions, because the information is out there. It's definitely out there. Also, while you're doing your research, I don't like large crowds. In general, I have to like be mentally prepared to be around a large crowd, especially for an extended amount of time while I'm on vacation. Like, crowds and vacation, to me, they don't go together. So I prefer to travel during off seasons. So if you're someone like me who doesn't like a high volume at whatever resort you're going to, research their busy seasons, because, you know, depending on where you're going, it can mean the difference between 200 guests in one resort to like 1,000, and, you know, that matters. So research the site volume and busy seasons of the resort itself, as well as your actual destination that you're going to. Also, when looking up all-inclusives, look at some discounts. I like a good discount. Discounts make me happy. And review those, as well as look at packages. Now, I know some people can be a little weary of packages. I used to be one of those people, because you feel like, oh, they're just throwing all this extra stuff in there. They want me to spend all this money. I'm not trying to do that. But my last all-inclusive resort vacation, you know, initially I felt that way, but I went against my better judgment and went ahead and got the package. And I was so happy that I did. It really made the difference in my vacation. For whatever reason, it was great. So don't count out the packages. Even if it costs a little bit more, you know, I'm not saying break the bank, but just consider what's important to you and what you want to splurge on, because packages can really help you save money and still get the things that you want. So don't count out the packages, and then of course look for your discounts where they're applicable. All right, you guys. So with that being said, I actually have 2 personal recommendations for you. Gosh, I feel like I went by that like super fast. Okay. Well, we're here now. I have 2 personal recommendations for you, and I'm going to give you one of them now, but I'm going to give you the other one during our hotel highlight. So you have to stay tuned to hear my other one, because it's fantastic. Not that the first one isn't. The first one is equally as fantastic. Anyways, my first personal recommendation for a great all-inclusive resort vacation, it is in Jamaica, in Runaway Bay, Jamaica. It is the Bahia Principe Resort in Jamaica. I went here actually with my family. I was young. I don't even think I was in college yet. I was young. I was younger, but I was like a teenager. We went for my mom's birthday, and this place was really fun. And I say that because my family in general, we don't R&R very well. We're actually very bad at it. Our vacations, from like the time I can ever remember my parents taking us on trips, like, our vacations are always very planned out. What are we going to do? Activities. What are we going to see? What sites are we going to? Like, we don't sit still, and we never have. So this Jamaica trip for my mom's birthday was the first time where we said, you know what? We're going to go on vacation and we're not going to do anything. And we was like, what? What do you mean we're not going to do anything? And to be honest, we still did something. We still made our way off the resort. But for the most part, I think we were there for like a week. Of those 7 days, I want to say 5 of them, we didn't do anything. We didn't go anywhere. And it was perfectly fine because the resort we were on was fantastic. They do have this huge, the one thing I remember the most about this place, they had a huge swimming pool. This huge infinity swimming pool. I want to say it stretched like almost the entire resort. It was massive and it was so pretty to look at. The view from this place, like looking down from like, you can see the pool and then you look out and you can see the beach because of course it was on a beach. It was beautiful. We were in a suite because there was 5 of us. And so my parents, well, no, it wasn't a suite. We had adjoining rooms. We had adjoining rooms. So me and my siblings were in one room. My parents were in another. And both the rooms did have balcony views. So that was pretty dope also. And some of the amazing activities that they had on site included kayaking, snorkeling, scuba diving. Those were some water activities that you could do on site. And I believe we did all of them except for scuba diving. And they also include, they do have a beach. I don't know if that was a man-made beach or not, but the beach was beautiful regardless of what it is. They were on a beach. And of course you have your unlimited access to food and drinks while all restaurants and quote unquote bars were open during the day. You could get it unlimited and it's all included. So, and they do have a gym. They do have a spa for all of my luxury people, you know, that is available to you. Now, we didn't do any tours, or at least not, we didn't book any tours through the hotel. So if you're looking for that, I don't have any information for you, but that's not the reason we're here. We're here to relax and be on site, so you don't need it. But again, that resort is called the Bahia Principe in Runaway Bay, Jamaica. I want to say it was about an hour drive from the airport, which is in Montego Bay. So keep that in mind also. There was a shuttle though. There's shuttle transportation provided that will get you from the airport into the resort and back for when it is time for you to leave. So that was one of my personal recommendations for you. You guys will have to stick around to hear my second one during Hotel Highlight. All right, so today's Instagram post, question, tag, what have you. Tag us on Instagram at your favorite all-inclusive resort doing your favorite R&R activity. So whatever it is that you like to do when you're not doing nothing on vacation, tag us on Instagram. We would love to see it. And, you know, if you go ahead and tag us, you may see yourself on our feed. All right, you guys, I'm going to give you guys a short break. And when we get back, we will get into Keep the Money, Catch the Flight, Hotel Highlight, Foodie AF, and Globe by the Glass. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, everybody, to the HTAnywhere podcast, the podcast for all who wander. And right now we're about to get into Keep the Money, Catch the Flight, your daily cheap flights via Hopper. Hopper is a travel app that can give you some amazing, crazy, awesome travel deals when it comes to airline tickets and hotels. So download Hopper and check them out. All deals that I'm going to be sharing with you are coming from the Hopper app. So that's where you'll need to go if you want to take advantage of these. So if you're flying out of Hartsville and Atlanta, you can get to San Jose, Costa Rica for $343 from June 6th through the 10th. You can get to Iceland. You can get to Iceland for $696 from October 1st through the 6th. You can get to Dallas, Texas for $76 from August 11th through the 20th. And you can get to Washington, D.C. for $104 from July 12th through the 19th. All those prices are round trip. And the dates provided are validity dates. So you will need to book your vacation during those times in order for these prices to be honored and to be valid. All right, you guys, moving into Hotel Highlight. If you were here before the break, you know that I had 2 personal recommendations. And this is my second one. My second personal recommendation for an amazing all-inclusive resort that you just gotta go to is Planet Hollywood in Costa Rica. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, what, Planet Hollywood? And I had the same thought before I went on vacation here. I was thinking, you know, oh, it's like super commercial. And with me going out of the country, I'm like, oh, it's going to be really Americanized. But I absolutely, phantasmically love Planet Hollywood in Costa Rica. I cannot speak for any other location because I haven't been in any other location. But Planet Hollywood in Costa Rica is absolutely fabulous and fantastic. We went there this year, actually, right before everything got super crazy and super bad with COVID-19. We went to Costa Rica February 26th and came back March 3rd. That was for my birthday trip, my 25th birthday trip. And it was absolutely amazing. I couldn't ask for a better birthday and a better place to stay. Now, when we were there, we got what was called the Star Class Package. So remember earlier, I was telling y'all don't count those packages out because they can really make the difference in having a good vacation and a great vacation. Now, if you select to have the Star Class Package, it gives you the following: unlimited access to food and drinks while all restaurants and bars are open, access to a private pool, which is only available to Star Class guests. Our room just so happened to be right next to that Star Class pool. I'm not sure if all Star Class members, their rooms are specifically located close to that pool. I'm not sure, but I know ours was. You also get access to premium liquor at certain bars. Certain bars carry premium liquor, some don't, but you get access to all bars and premium liquors. You get, which I thought was something super, super cool, a personal assistant. This person, I'll rant very shortly. Our personal assistant, her name was Fernanda, and Fernanda was absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, she is amazing, and we love Fernanda. She was so attentive to everything that we needed. She had our reservations for dinner booked before we could even think about it. She put together anything that we needed on site, like our spa treatments. Everything was done. She was super, super, super knowledgeable about everything on site on the property. So if we ever needed anything, all we had to do was call her. And she was so available for us for literally anything that we needed. So shout out to Fernanda at Planet Hollywood in Costa Rica. All right, so yes, you get a personal assistant. They do everything from reservations for the spa, for dinner. They answer all of your questions. They take you on a tour of the resort. They make sure that you're very comfortable. You also get access to what they call a Star Class dinner on the beach. I believe they do this now on, we got there on a Thursday. So the dinner was on Friday. Yeah, the dinner was on Friday. So if you are there, if you're in Costa Rica, Planet Hollywood in Costa Rica on a Friday, and you have the Star Class package, you need to go to this dinner because it's amazing. And it's on the beach, and it's beautiful, and it's at night, and listen, it's fantastic. And I'm sure you guys are looking at some of this B-roll right now, like, yeah, we got to sign up for that. And you do. You also have the option as a Star Class member or Star Class guest to do your regular buffet breakfast, or you could have a plated breakfast at the steakhouse that is on site. And we actually did both. Both were fantastic. You also get free access to the mini fridge and snacks that are restocked daily in your room. You get a complimentary hour every day to the hydro bath in the spa, which don't be wasteful. You need to use that because it's fantastic. You also have access to the Star Class Lounge. Now, the Star Class Lounge is like a small office around the corner from where other people would check in. And you can go in there anytime that it's open, and there'll be a assistant inside there to help you do anything that you need. So say if your personal assistant is off that day, or, you know, you just so happen to be in the lobby and you just want to go to the Star Class Lounge and get whatever you need done, somebody is in there to personally assist you, as well as there is food in there that you're welcome to. There's drinks in there. There's alcohol in there that you're welcome to at any time, as long as you're a Star Class guest. And it's fantastic, you guys. So yes, the Planet Hollywood all-inclusive resort in Costa Rica, fan-freaking-tabulous. Check them out. All right, moving into Foodie AF and staying at Planet Hollywood in Costa Rica, we really loved the plated breakfast at the Sunset Strip Steakhouse. Now, we did not go to the steakhouse to have dinner while we were there, but we did have the plated breakfast, and it was so good. It was so good. So if you are there and you are Star Class, take advantage of that plated breakfast at the Sunset Strip Steakhouse. On to Globe by the Glass, sticking around in Costa Rica. Now, for those of you who have been to Costa Rica, you know, no decimos hola en la Costa Rica. Decimos pura vida. And that goes for our Globe by the Glass drink today, called Pura Vida, which simply translates into pure life. Now, to make this drink, you'll need 1 ounce of Casica liquor, 1 ounce triple sec, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of orange juice, and 1 ounce grenadine, lime to garnish, and some ice. Mix it all together and pura vida. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. That's all we have for you for today's episode. But if you join us, which you better, for our next episode, we're going to be talking about vacation do's. And now that's not what you think in terms of do's and don'ts. We're talking about hair. I know all my ladies out there, we like to get real cute before we go on vacation. And I'm included in that because I go get my nails done, I get my feet done, and I get my hair done before vacation. So tune in next episode where we're talking about vacation do's. Go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on all of our social media, including TripAdvisor, Instagram, and YouTube at HTAnywhere. And sign up for our email list on our website at HTAnywhere.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I cannot wait to see you all next time. Bye.